All right, everyone. It's Monday morning. I'm going to be doing a TikTok live with some free weights. I do have a 10-pound kettlebell. I do have some 15-pound weights. And even if you have less, that's totally fine. So we're going to start out in a child's pose. And you can either spread your legs wide or tuck them in. If you spread them wide, you're going to feel it more in your hamstring hip area. So you're going to lean over, stretch your arms out, kiss your forehead to the ground, and just focus on your breathing. You're going to breathe in and release out your mouth. Breathe in, retain, and release. And you're going to get into the focus of focusing on your breath work, because yoga is a breathing practice first before anything else. So you're going to breathe in, retain at the top, release. Breathe in, release. You're going to focus on this breath work. And even if you come to this yoga session and all you focus on is your breath work, that's all that matters, because your breath is what matters, and your breath is what maintains your central nervous system and what maintains your focus throughout the day. So if you're able to harness your breath, you're able to harness your reaction in certain situations. So again, we're in the child's pose, we're focusing on our breath, and then we're going to come to all fours, and we're going to just do a few cat and cows. So we're going to look up to the sky and then tuck our head under, and then look up and then tuck under, and you're going to feel the stretch in your lower back. It's going to feel great. And we're going to thread the needle. So when you thread the needle, you're going to lift your right arm toward the sky, gaze follows, and then tuck it under. And just feel the stretch in your lower back. Sometimes you can lift your left arm up or bend it over. Feels so good. Release it, and then unthread the needle, and then put your right hand back down. Then you're going to lift your left arm up to the sky, gaze follows, and then thread it through. And then again, you can bend your right arm behind. And sometimes it's too tight and you can't, so don't judge yourself if you cannot. Then you're going to reach your left leg out behind, your right arm out in front, and feel this union of opposites in your body. Then you're going to pull it out to the side and just hold it here for a moment. And you're going to feel your abs waking up, your lower back, and then you're going to release. And then you're going to lift your right leg out behind, your left arm out in front, hold it here for a second, turn to the side, and feel this union of opposites in your body, in your lower back. And you're just really going to focus on your breath work right there. And then we're going to incorporate a free weight if you have one. So you're going to lift your left leg out in front, your right arm out in front, and we're going to do 5 of these. This is good for your core work and really good for focusing on your side abs as well. Just maintaining this core balance here. Then we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So we're going to put our right leg out behind. Our left hand is going to grab the kettlebell or the free weight, extending, tucking in, and really focusing on balancing and maintaining your core strength. And I think that was 5. And then back to some cat and cows. Tucking your head under, really feeling the stretch in the back of your neck. Neck tension is so painful. So just make sure you're paying attention and putting focus there as well. Then we're going to go to a downward dog. Now walk your dog out. Sometimes if your calves are super tight like mine, you're going to feel how incredible this stepping it out thing feels. Then you're going to turn to the side and just wake up your hips. Walk to the center of your mat, half lift, forward fold. We're going to stand tall, side bend to the right. Feel the stretch in your left side body. Center, side bend to the right, and then center, clasp your hands behind your back, gaze toward the sky, forward fold. If you can't clasp your hands, no worries. You can do the forward fold without it. And then to a vinyasa, which is a tricep push-up. So then you want to go back to the downward dog and just reground yourself. You're going to walk it out on either side, and then we're going to repeat the process again. Focusing on your breathing. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you're just focusing on that. Half lift, forward fold, stand tall, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left, and feel that stretch. One side's going to be tighter than the other because that's, I feel like, how it always is. And then gaze toward the sky, forward fold with your hands overhead. Then we're going to touch our left palm to the ground, right hand toward the sky, gaze follows, and then we're going to switch sides. Left hand toward the sky, right hand toward the ground, gaze follows, and then to a vinyasa. Tricep push-up. Then back to downward dog. And back to regrounding yourself, taking 3 breaths in this pose. Remember, focusing on releasing the tension in your neck also. This downward dog is so great for that. It feels awesome. And then we're going to walk through doing those same poses again. Standing tall, side bend to the right, center. It's so great how these poses really wake up your body to, like, you can feel super tight, and movement does so much to make you feel so amazing. It's so incredible. Then we're going to do the twists. Right hand toward the sky, gaze follows. Left hand toward the sky, gaze follows. Back to the tricep push-up. You can always skip this vinyasa as well. And then back to a downward dog. Now I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to do some strength training and use the free weights first before jumping into some of the yoga poses. So this pose here is going to be like a lunge, but you're going to use the chair, and you're going to use, I have 2 15-pound weights. You can use whatever you want, but even if you don't have weights, this pose is so great for strengthening your lower area and your hips and your glutes. So you're going to go down and up. We're going to do 8 on each side, and you will feel it in your thigh area, which is so good. And you're going to want to make sure your hips are facing forward and you have the right type of form, because form means everything. 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if you don't go down all the way, because this is kind of high for the type of squat lunge that I would do. 6. You're still going to be feeling the training in your thigh area. 7, 8. 1. And then 1 is going to be a little bit better and less tighter than the other side always. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you can do regular lunges with these as well, so don't forget. And another exercise I do, which doesn't involve the chair, I will show you. It's with the mat. It's going to be like a bicep workout. So you're going to want to add the mat. And what I do is it's like a bridge pose. And I always say, you want to kind of do your strength training first, and then just to get it knocked out of the way. So you're going to be on your back and doing a bridge pose. You're going to lift your hips up. I don't think you can see here, so I'm going to move this back a little. So you're going to lift your hips up and do 15 of these. And if you want to take it one step further, you can go on your tippy toes as well. So really building the core and arm strength through these poses. It's a very good workout. So again, 15 in this pose. You can always hold the bridge pose if you don't have the weights. 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, and 15. Now, what I'm gonna do for my next workout is you're gonna go to all fours. You're gonna bend the left knee, and then you're gonna grab the weight. You're gonna pull it into your stomach here on the side for 15. So this is also building core strength and arm strength. 8, 9, 11. And make sure you don't compromise on form. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to stretch my left leg out behind, lifting the free weight to my stomach. And each side will feel different, of course. Obviously, my right side is stronger, so the other side's gonna feel a little bit more challenging. Now we're just gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna go to, it's kind of like a Superman pose, and then going to do some free weights with airplane. So in Superman pose, you're gonna lift your legs up, your arms are gonna go out to the side, and it's gonna tone your upper back. That's what the focus is, or just upper back strength. If you look at a computer all day, the upper back is really kind of challenged. So you want to make sure you focus on those muscles. And it's easy to forget about them. Now I'm coming up and down every second in the Superman. My legs are lifted in the back. So it's core strength, upper back, and abs. So you're gonna focus on that. And then floor bow. So you're gonna reach behind, grab your feet, and go into this floor bow pose. Just hold it here for a few moments, focusing on your breath work. And the more you do this, the stronger your upper back will get, which is so important, like I said, if you're at a desk job, if you're whatever. And then you're going to release, turn your head to either side, or if you're like me, my head is over the deck, and I do not intend on doing that. So then back to this next pose, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to do some lunges because lunges are awesome. So my right leg's in front, My left leg's behind. I'm just gonna dip. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your hips are facing forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're gonna switch. Lunges are so good for your knee strength, your hip strength, your lower body. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're doing 10 of these. 9 and 10. Okay, just taking a break for 1 second, forward fold, before we go into airplane. Bend your head over, release the tension in the back of your neck, reground yourself. Okay, and then refocus. And from here, I don't know if I'm gonna do this one or not. So I'm gonna lift my left leg out behind me, and it's just like a pendulum. Your left leg lifts behind you, you drop the kettlebell for 8 of these. 3. Now you want to make sure you don't fully put your left foot down. 4. 5. 6. And the more wobbly your foot is, the stronger you're getting. I'm definitely on the plank on here. It really makes it more challenging doing it on the deck. 7. And you're gonna also feel your calves toning as well in this pose. So we're gonna do the opposite side now. So it's like a pendulum. You lift your right leg out behind. Feeling the stretch in your left back also. Some days your balance will be better than others, so do not judge yourself. 4, and we're doing 8. Remember to keep your hips straight. It's kind of hard. Woo, my hips are definitely tight. 5, woo. 6. 7. And like I said, try to control your right leg. Well, that was good. So now I'm gonna go into a Malasana Yogi squat after that because my hips and lower back are on fire. So I need to regroup myself, reground, and just stretch it out. It was a lot on your hips, your lower back, your glutes, all that stuff. It was so much. So just focus on that. Just feel how tight your hips are and stretch from side to side. Now, if an inversion is in your practice, go ahead and do it. Or if you want to do a inversion of any sort, a tripod, crow's pose, where you put your knees on the back of your elbows, feel free. So important to do these after you're warmed up. And each time you do it, it'll feel different, of course. I'm gonna go into a child's pose. Releasing all of that heat from your body. Just breathing it out your mouth. And I'm gonna come to all fours, and then I'm gonna go into a flow. So let me just clip my hair up. Strength training is so important the older you get, and also to incorporate it into your practice. So, you know, keep that in mind. Get creative, get fun, do whatever you want when it comes to it, because your body is craving it. So to a downward dog, we're gonna lift our right leg high. We're gonna step it through. It's into a crescent lunge. Look toward the sky. And then lift your left arm overhead, your right hand behind. Gaze toward your right shoulder. Feel this twist in your body. And then pyramid pose. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lean over your right leg. Your legs are straight like railroad tracks. And then vinyasa, or you can skip the vinyasa. We're going to do the poses on the other side. So left leg toward the sky. Crescent lunge. Then reverse revolve. Lift your right hand overhead, your left hand behind you. Feel that stretch in your back. Gaze toward your left shoulder. And then to pyramid pose. Left foot in front this time. Straighten over. Feel the stretch in your left hamstring. And then vinyasa or downward dog. Taking a few moments to catch our breath. Remember, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, releasing it. And then back recentered. So I'm going to lift my right leg high. I'm going to go to that crescent lunge this time, except I'm going to go to a twist this time, then to a pyramid pose, then to a reverse revolve, half moon. So your right hand toward the sky, your left hand toward the ground, your left hand up. Feel the stretch in your left hip. Now I'm going to lift to a pendulum. Lift my left leg over my right knee. Temple dancer, if you can, you're going to twist to the inside of your left foot. And then you're going to reach and grab your left foot. Reach it out to the side. Padangusthasana B. Hold it here for a moment. Feel this stretch. Feel the balance. Challenge yourself. And then dancer pose. Lean forward. You're clasping your left foot behind you. Leaning forward. Feeling the release in your lower back to a vinyasa. And to do these poses on the other side. Lifting your left leg high. Crescent lunge. And then twist to the left. Arms open, gaze toward the left hand. And then pyramid pose. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift our right leg over our left. And we're going to twist to the left, temple dancer. Each side is different depending on how tight your hips are. Sometimes you can't even go all the way. Then we're going to grab this right foot, stick it out in front and to the side, feeling the stretch in your left leg. And then you're going to reach behind, grab it, dancer pose, lean your left hand out in front, feel the stretch, and then release. Back to a vinyasa or downward dog. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you're as warmed up as I am, because, oh my gosh. Your breath starts working. You're focused on the present moment, which is what a lot of us lack sometimes these days. And your breath work will just take you right there. And each day it'll feel different. So this time I'm going to lift my right leg high. I'm going to cross my right leg in front to a half pigeon. I'm gonna feel this stretch in my hip area and feel all the tightness. Just hold it here for a moment. Be intentional with this position. And then from here, I'm gonna lift my right leg toward the sky and I'm gonna step it through, but this time I'm gonna pivot and plant my left foot behind. I'm gonna reach my right arm overhead, reverse warrior. Then I'm gonna put my right arm on my left knee, on my right knee, lifting my left hand overhead. Holy crap, this feels great. It is amazing in your body. And then I'm gonna go to a dragonfly twist. Left hand toward the ground, right hand toward the sky, gaze follows. Feel this twist in your hip. If you're like me, you can feel it in your leg. And then I'm gonna go into a plank pose, but I'm gonna grab my kettlebell and go into a plank pose, holding it up. And just holding this pose here for a few moments. No free weight, no problem. Just do it without. You can challenge yourself by putting your right foot on top of your left leg to make it harder. You feel your arm wobble. You feel all of that. That is your body strengthening. All these little micro muscles building up strength in your body. Now we're gonna go through, you can do a vinyasa. We're gonna do those same poses on the other side. So left leg high, stepping it through, reverse warrior, pivot and plant your right foot. Left leg is bent. Right hand overhead, put your forearm on your left leg, right arm overhead. Feeling the stretch in your right side body. Then we're gonna go to a dragonfly twist and then the plank pose on this side. So you're gonna hold the 10-pound weight or whatever weight you have right in front of you, up ahead. It's gonna feel great. Feeling this ab workout, or do it without and plant your left foot on top of your right leg to challenge yourself. Either way, it's a good idea. And then a downward dog or vinyasa in between. Regrouping, regrounding yourself, and then focusing on your breath. Lifting your right leg up, tucking your leg under, fallen star, lifting your left hand toward the sky, gaze follows. And then we're gonna put our left hand down. We're gonna put our right leg up, stepping it through, reverse warrior. And this time I'm gonna go into a triangle pose. I'm gonna pivot and point my right foot to the right side, leaning forward, lifting my left hand toward the sky. You're gonna feel this side stretch in this body. Now we're gonna come back up and we're gonna do a reverse triangle. Rotating, putting your left hand down with your right hand up. If you have to bend a knee, you need to shorten your stance or add a brick because you will not get the full benefit of the practice if you have to bend your knee, FYI. And if your foot isn't pointed that way. Just feel this stretch, it feels so great. Then to center, and you know what? I'm gonna do these poses on the other side. So I'm gonna do downward dog, lifting your left leg high, doing a fallen star, reaching toward the sky, feeling the stretch. Then you're gonna lift your left leg up, gonna go into a reverse warrior, and then triangle pose. Your left leg is pointed there. You're gonna feel the stretch in your right side body, holding it here for a moment, and then we're gonna lift. We're gonna do a reverse triangle. Coming forward with your right hand, lifting your left hand toward the sky, and just feeling this great union of opposites also in your body, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, all of the things. Just make sure your knee isn't bent like this, then you wanna shorten your stance. Holding it here, and then back down. Then I'm gonna go to the center of my mat. You can do a vinyasa to transition if you would like. And what I'm gonna do is, it's half bound lotus. So we're gonna bend our right leg, tuck it into the crevice of here. Some people can reach their hand around and do that and reach the toe, but I cannot. Keeping this right hand behind, you lean forward, or you could put both hands down and feel this stretch in this hip opener here. This hip opener is so amazing. If this does not work in your body, you can lay on the floor and do a figure 4. But this hip opener will do wonders. You can even do a cross-legged standing seat if this does not work in your body. Just feel it and hold it here in this pose for a moment. It works so good, so well. And when you come out of it, you're going to feel incredible. It's kind of similar to broken wing, but on your hips. Then you're going to stand up, release, give your legs some time, and then we're going to switch. Just going to put your left leg in the crevice of your right hip. And then, like I said, if you can reach the left hand behind, I cannot. And then lean forward, and as close to your hands are to your foot, that's how good the stretch is going to be. So just make sure that your hands are close to your right foot. You're feeling this stretch in your body. It's very intentional. It feels amazing. And you are in it. Just hold it here for a few moments. And I feel like the right stretch is so euphoric that you're in this pose and you're just feeling it throughout your whole body. You're just like, yes, it's what my body needs because this area is so tight. Because that's what I feel right now with my left leg bent. I'm not going to lie. Whew. So then you're going to come up, release, placing it down, and then I'm going to go into a Malasana Yogi squat real quick. Just leaning back and forth. It's like a rocking pose. Just to reground myself. Getting my nervous system back down, my breath work back down. And being more intentional. Release all that negativity. Release what doesn't serve you. Release anything that isn't a part of you today. And I think today we hold on to so much that doesn't serve us. We hold on to someone that wronged us so long ago and we're not forgiving them. We forgive for ourselves. We don't forgive, just because. If you don't forgive, you're holding on to that tension somewhere in your body and your mind. And it is making you so tense. Maybe you're not even aware of something you're holding on to, but you haven't experienced that emotion. And believe me, it gets really real eventually. And all these little microcosms, these idiocracies, these idiosyncrasies of emotions that you haven't experienced yet build up into something else. And you will feel it eventually. So do not let that be you. Do not let whatever it is define who you are and how you feel. Forgive the person. We are all human. No one's sin is greater than another. So right now I'm doing, I forgot the name of this pose, but anyways, you're going to sit with your right leg crossed with your left leg underneath. It's going to feel a little awkward at first, but you're going to sit back, lean forward as far as you can go. I mean, just kind of play around with the pose. It depends on the day how you're going to feel and how deep into this hip stretch you can get. So just feel about it. Just feel it out. Feel it out in your body. But yeah, so every time you decide to ignore and not experience the emotion, ignore and not experience the forgiveness, you're letting it build up in you, and it's within you somewhere. Make no mistake. So forgive it. Move on. And no one is pure, and no one has lived this life without making mistakes, without doing some wrong. So forgive and move on. Change can happen, and new things are born again. So forgive yourself too if you are holding yourself back because you've wronged in the past. Everyone deserves a second chance. So now I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go on the other side. Some days this pose works really good, but I feel like other days it's like, I don't know if my hips are feeling it today. So just be intentional with what your body feels. Again, it's just a suggested pose. It's not even, you don't even have to do it. You can just sit there and meditate. So you're holding this pose here. You're in the spot. What you're telling your nervous system to do is calm down. And the funny thing is, in these poses, sometimes the craziest thoughts will pop up and you'll just be like, oh my gosh, that was like 10 years ago. Why is this popping up? Let your mind and body experience it and let it go. Let it be free. Let it not affect you ever again, because that's what your body is doing. It's releasing stored trauma. It's releasing stored thoughts, stored emotions, stored minds. And I think a lot of the reason we get tense and tight is because we do not forget. We forget that we need to release some things in our life that don't serve us. So this is open butterfly pose. You can hold it here for a second. Really focusing on your breath work, focusing on the breathing in the nose and out the mouth intentionally. Breathing in, retaining, release. Breathe in, retain, release. Practice that a few times. Get your nervous system down to regulation. Think about being wild and free. Think about being so purposeful that you know where you want to be. Think about what you want. Think about being so intentional with your moves, so purposeful with your life. Think about just right here, right now, your breath work, your mind. Think about letting go of all that doesn't serve you. Think about if you're outside, the birds in the sky, the way the clouds move, and the way the trees rustle, and the way the cicadas make noise. And think about placing that intention on your day-to-day. Well, that concludes my yoga session today. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you again soon.